Hey everyone, my name is David Dunbar, or the Theme Park Evangelist. It's time for my last vlog, unless time permits and I am able to do it tomorrow. Um, Saturdays typically no, and the reason why I'm saying time permits is because I am returning back to work tomorrow. Without saying too much, basically, things worked out that I was able to go back to work tomorrow, which I'm extremely thankful for. I've been just kind of stuck in the house for the past 2 days. At least it was only 2 days this time, but I'm already tired of hanging around the house. So as of right now, the plan is to go back to my normal YouTubing schedule of Mondays and Tuesdays, or at least just every single Tuesday. At least that's one guarantee right now. You can guarantee that I'm going to be vlogging every single Tuesday. So, excuse me, that is until I go down to Central Florida. Then it, excuse me, will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So, it'll be exactly 1 week, 1 week's worth of vlogs, which doesn't happen very often. And I'm also excited to announce that the weekend before the Ark Encounter in the Creation Museum go back to their spring hours, which is going to be the following Wednesday. So I go back to work on March 2nd, which is a Wednesday, after I get back from vacation, that is. And then the following Wednesday, we go back to our spring hours of being open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday, and then 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Sundays. So just keep that in mind. So that means that the weekend of March 5th, which is a Saturday, um, whatever it called, oh yeah, Winter Jam is actually going on that Saturday. So I'm going to try to vlog it if possible. I'm going out to Cincinnati. As of right now, I'm going by myself. Sunday, I have no idea what I'm doing yet, but hopefully there will be something worthwhile that I can vlog. Monday will probably be the last time that I can hang out with Tristan for a while, so I'm gonna definitely try to vlog something with him that day. Definitely be like the last big, big thing that we do. I don't know what I was just doing there. And then, of course, Tuesday, March the 6th. No, sorry. March the 6th is a Sunday. March the 7th is a Monday. And then March the 8th is a Tuesday. So that would be the last day that I will have off for a while. So that will be my fourth day in a row of being off. But that's okay. And that'll be my last time doing my weekly vlogs every single Tuesday for a while. I know we're still talking like a long time ago or a long time in advance, but I figured I would just go ahead and say it at the beginning of this vlog anyway. So, at least you guys have a rough idea, and I'll, of course, be kind of just reminding everybody over and over again every single week, especially when I'm in Central Florida, because I don't want anybody to forget. Because I'm literally, as soon as I get back from Central Florida, it's gonna happen that quick. So, with that being said, let's get into tonight's "How Did I Meet K and TJ" series. So in this one, I'm going to talk about the very first time I took TJ to the Fast and the Furious Supercharged ride. If you guys are not familiar, Universal decided that they're going to destroy the disaster ride over at Universal, and they're going to, and not to mention, they're going to get rid of Beetlejuice, and they decided that they were going to turn the both of those attractions into one big ride called Fast and the Furious Supercharged. It's more or less a similar version to Kong, just worse. As in, it could be done a whole lot better. And the first time I wrote it, I thought it was okay, and I wrote it again with TJ, and I think TJ definitely enjoyed it a lot more than I did. I feel like I enjoyed it a lot more the second time because I really appreciated the fact that TJ was getting a lot out of it. I also believe I did the standby with him the second time, and it was just an enjoyable experience going on it with him because of the fact that he really seemed to enjoy the queue line. He enjoyed looking at the cars. I was getting really annoyed by how many times they had to tell you, shut off your cell phones, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, you know what? I'm over it. I've already heard. How many times do you need to tell me? I'm just like, I'm done. Please stop. So it's just like, ugh. That's like the only annoying thing about that ride besides the cheap graphics. But anyway, I remember getting off the ride after we went on together, and this guest went over to an employee and was like, "That was the most like crappiest ride." Like I don't know, the guest just went all off on this employee, and I'm like, "Oh, the guest is not wrong, but wow, it's not the employee's fault." I mean, if it comes down to it, it's Universal Imagineer's fault that the ride is so bad. I'm just surprised that Universal hasn't closed down the ride yet because I've really heard nothing but bad things about the ride. It's like Race Through New York. How is that ride still open? Because, I mean, it's another one of those. The ride could be better, but the ride could be worse. But at least it's doing better than Supercharged. I've heard that it's in one of the top 10 Universal attractions, which to me, that's hard to believe, but you know. And I've already covered that because I was talking about how TJ and I spent like 2 months or so just getting all excited about. It. So that's in the past. So we're talking about Fast and the Furious now, and like TJ and I feel like we have rode on that ride at least 5 to 10 times altogether. I would say the worst experience I ever had on the Fast and the Furious Supercharged. It might have been with him. It might have been by myself, but the story basically ends with me getting off the ride. It was pouring down rain, it was pouring down so hard it was white, the rain. And everybody decided we're gonna just gather right here in the gift shop. Well, today with COVID going on, that would never happen again. But I can tell you guys right now that a couple of years ago, or a few years ago, even I should say, uh, people were okay with just congregating right there in the gift shop and blocking everybody from getting out. And people are still piling out and piling out. And finally, employees just had enough. They're like, you can't do this. You can't stay here in the gift shop and block everybody from getting out. This is a fire hazard. Well, you guys should have said that a long time ago. And people finally got the hit and they start going out in the rain, even though they're like, oh, I don't want to go out in the rain. You know, it's rain. I don't want to get all wet. And I'm like, well, it's either that or you have to deal with the fire department. Do you really want to do that? You know, it's one of those things. And I think that was the same exact day that my cheap umbrella I got for donating blood at Rural King that TJ works at now off of Highway 60 decided to quit on me. But then again, it was a cheap umbrella. I didn't pay anything for it. They just gave it to me for free, which was kind of nice. And I ended up throwing it away right there over by the attractions that day. So, but yeah, it was one of those things. I didn't mention this earlier, but after TJ and I got off the attraction as well, the very first time we went all crazy looking at all the cars, taking pictures of them, posing with them, and looking around the gift shop. I definitely would say the very first time we went on it was definitely more special than probably like the 5th or the 10th or whatever. I mean, that's normal if anything new. You always enjoy it more the first time. Unless, of course, it's one of those attractions that you absolutely loved so much the first time that you have to do it every single time, like Hagrid's. That's one of those attractions that we have to do every single time. I'm sure I'll feel that way about Velocicoaster when I first ride it, and that's another one of those I'm really looking forward to riding next year. So I'm not 100% sure what. Oh yeah, that's right. I said I was going to talk about. Or I well, I mean, well, maybe I shouldn't have said I was going to talk about this, but I just suddenly remembered the next vlogs that I am going to be talking about. So 2018 was one of those years I was really, really, really just having a lot of stuff to talk about on my YouTube channel, and ironically, this was around the same time that TJ was dating this girl that he had met. I forget how he met her, probably online or something. And she claimed to be a really famous person, but for a famous person, she was really depressed. But I guess there's nothing new there. And one of the stories I wanted to talk to you guys about was the very first time we ate at Voodoo Donuts. I think that was going to be the story I was going to talk to you guys about, but I remembered I had talked to you guys about this one. So I'll definitely make sure when I come back again, I have to tell you guys about the very first time we ever checked out Voodoo Donuts. It's a very interesting story. I also have to talk to you guys about the very first time that I saw Happily Ever After from Top of the World Lounge. That's another one of those interesting stories you're going to be like, huh? And then the very first time I ever saw Happily Ever After from Polynesian, it's another one of those good stories, but another one of those stories where someone was so rude to me that it just makes me scratch my head at people. And I'll just give you just a quick one. So a long time ago, when not in a galaxy far, far away, just many years ago, when I was just a regular guest, not even a YouTuber, I was in line for Spaceman. I was just about to get on, and I heard a mother just deliberately lying to her kid. I knew what was going on the whole time from the very beginning. I knew it was a mother trying to lie to her kid so she could get on Space Mountain because the kid didn't want to. So the mother was willing to basically lie to the kid that it was another kind of coaster. And when I started to stop the mother, because I was not okay with a mother lying to her kid. And then she goes, look, see? And I'm like, and I'm thinking in my mind, you think I'm stupid? You really think I don't know what you're doing? Of course I do. And I basically just gave her that look like, I'm not okay with what you're doing, but I'm going to shut up now because you obviously you just don't seem to get it or care. And I was very hurt because I am one of those people that can find a much better way to not traumatize my child. Just saying, but that was probably the first experience I ever had as a guest where I just really got frustrated with somebody. And then, of course, the incident where I watched Happily Ever After at the Polynesian. That was the very first incident when a guest was rude to me as a YouTuber, so. But not the first time I've ever been, the guest has been rude to me, period, so. Yeah, it's just one of those things that you can't avoid it, just period. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about that one. Talk to you guys about the very first time I met Tim Tracker, how that happened, and honestly, that's not even the first time I ever bumped into him. Talk to you guys about how I used to vlog Halloween Horror Nights with TJ, and trying to think of other stuff that kind of happened in 2018. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, a lot happened in 2018, but I just don't remember everything 100% that happened. 2019, a lot honestly happened just because of the fact that I was getting ready to move away. So, like, when I do finally get to 2019, I'll be talking to you guys about the Lego Movie World. I believe 2018, I still got to cover the Great Lego Race, so that's another thing I got to talk to you guys about with 2018. There's a lot I probably missed talking about Legoland, but I can talk about that another time. I'm just giving you guys an idea right now, kind of what I still need to talk about over the next couple of weeks or so. Um, I also need to talk about why I started vlogging the Universal Hotels, kind of what pushed me to do it. And then I also wanted to talk to you guys about the very first time I took TJ and K to Frostbite. You guys probably know about Frostbite by now. I've vlogged there before. If you haven't, I would encourage you to watch my How I Met K and TJ vlog, discussing the very first time I took K and TJ to Frostbite. It will be a much shorter version than what I already have on YouTube, so that's another one. And then, of course, I'll talk about the very first time I took TJ to Manny's, which was actually last year. I like taking my friends to local Florida dining places in the area. It's just kind of interesting to see the reaction. Places I've been eating at for years, if not my whole life, that sort of deal. It's just kind of interesting to see their reaction to places I've eaten at, but this just gives you an idea of kind of what to expect. I still have a couple of more weeks left in January. I'm really trying hard to get through as much of the next couple of years or so, the next year and a half or so that I have left to talk about. I honestly know for sure I'm not going to cover every single bit of my life with K and TJ, but the point is that I cover a good chunk of it and then start on the new series by next month. Because I've already been on this series since sometime last year, and I think it's time to move on. So, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next vlog. And always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great day. Peace out.